welcome back to Innovation Stomping Alive. That's what happened in the first 2 games. Are we going to watch it in a game 3? I think so.
I hope not. My brain, my heart beats for Alive, but my brain says innovation, innovation, innovation.
Yeah. I mean,
I know it's a little bogus, but
yeah. At this point, we were talking just a little bit about this in the break, but I feel like I told you this. I feel like the best thing for Alive here is that World 1's a bigger map, so it's going to take a little bit longer for Innovation to go across the map and kill him.
It sounds so mean, but given the first 2 games, it really looks to be true.
Yeah, I mean, that break that we just had may be what Alive needed, because something is in his head right now. I think he's not in his right mindset. I mean, letting the Widowmine kill 6-7 Harvesters at the end, that was just in his mental line the whole time.
And I mean, Alive was one of the first players that I actually know in Korea, that I partied with, hang out with, went to clubs with, kind of met him at the Fnatic house when he was in Fnatic a couple of times. And I really love this kid. But right now, he is being outclassed. He's being outclassed by his opponent by so much. Innovation just doesn't show any mercy at all.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't choke here, and then suddenly Alive pulls a soul key, then I don't see a chance for him to come back into the series. I just don't see it happen.
I don't see it either.
I hope that we have something, that he finds an answer. But right now, it doesn't look good.
I'm not feeling a victory here. Not even one game for Alive. He's just got dominated. It's not like we saw close games. Not like we saw a game where Alive was behind. He tried to make something work. It's just like Alive kind of sitting in a corner with trying to put a shield up over his face, while Innovation is just whacking him with a stick.
Yeah, and this is one of those games where you look at the series and you're not going like, oh my god, this player is so bad. No, you're going, oh my god,
this player is so good.
Innovation so good. This just shows how good he really is. He's up against another round of 8 opponent, and he is stomping him completely in the mirror match. And Alive just hasn't found an answer. Playing the long game here against Innovation doesn't seem to be it. And I really would love Alive to just say, okay, I'm going to roll the dice right now. I know that you're strong against that, and you're probably going to expect it, but I have to do something different from what I've been doing so far, because it just simply doesn't work.
The problem for him, though, for doing a strategy like a 2-Rex proxy, is that it's a 4-player map now. It's Whirlwind. Yeah. So maybe just doing a really fast Hellbat drop off of one base could be a better choice, or just some sort of really strange tactic, like going double barracks with Reapers and going really, really fast double Reaper without a reactor, trying to catch him off guard with that, or even proxying 2 barracks in the middle of the map and going Reapers from there, something like that.
That's something that we occasionally see. Sometimes when you really want to play super aggressive and you hope that your opponent goes into a command center first on such a big map, you can do that. So whatever it is, he needs to find a different way to approach this matchup. I don't think that a straight-up game against Innovation is the right choice right now. I feel that he needs to if he gets a win out and maybe later on, but right now this is a brain thing. This is very psychological.
Right. Well, we are in the lobby. Everybody's joined and in. This is a little bit weird for me. I had to look at your screen today instead of looking at my screen.
Yeah, today you have the preview monitor.
Yeah, now I'm just looking at myself.
My own observing computer here.
I really like this screen I have behind us. It's really fancy. I'm like,
you have never seen a green screen before.
I'm looking at it. I'm like, I've seen it, but I never see myself on it. My favorite green screen is the one they have at Pro League, because I see Whiplash's shark fin come up, and I see whenever I see Whiplash come into the room, I just with this. He comes up with this shark fin, but it always looks a little bit weird with the green screen through there. Your hair looks fine on the green screen for sure.
Oh yeah, I usually with green screens I sometimes have a bit of a problem. Blue screens are fine, but yeah, it can be an issue. What is another issue is that we have Game 3 started, so we're jumping into the game. It might be the last game of the day. Let's find out if Alive finds an answer to take down Innovation, or if the Aztec Soul player takes the 3-0. And talking about the evil genius, he is starting to the top right of the map. Starting in red, it is
EG Allied Raid Call from America.
He is down 2 games already. Can he find an answer to beat the guy at the bottom right of the map? This is for STX Soul.
STX Soul Innovation from Korea.
Yep. STX Soul, of course, for those of you guys who don't know, a shipbuilding company in Korea. They build ships. They also do some tourist stuff, but
really?
Yeah, they mostly just build ships.
You should have told me that a year ago. I would have made so many puns.
They build ships. I'm not joking. Well,
I want to start right now.
well, you can. We can we can do this. But I wanted to also give a shout in case this series ends to Gisato, who's doing the observing today, doing a really good job. I don't think we've ever had him observe before, and doing a decent job. Happy for that. And we've got CC first versus CC first on Whirlwind.
There's so many bad puns in my head right now that I don't know which one to go for. I mean, one is worse than the other, but I can't really choose. But in the future, I will definitely come back to that. I have to prepare that. I actually have to think about that.
Like that innovation has a boatload of wins behind it.
Yeah, I was more about he's gonna shipwreck Alive.
Well, you could shipwreck him for sure. He's gonna be the iceberg to Alive's Titanic.
Yeah, something like that. You see, we're getting into the flow already. Yeah, Alive in this game. I mean, he has to bring his ship upriver right now if he wants to take that.
Yeah.
That was even worse. Oh my god, I'm on fire today.
Sounds like he needs to go through the Panama Canal, man.
Yeah, could be. Well, Innovation has definitely taken up speed in the series. He's already in a 2-0 now, and let's see if Alive is able to come back. Double barracks for the EG player here.
That means he's going to have a lot more ability to pressure following this up, and he's also safer. But on a map like Whirlwind, I personally prefer Innovation style where he goes into the faster tech. Just simply because in Heart of the Swarm, there's so many different ways to pressure with Hellbats and Widowmines than there were in Wings of Liberty.
Annoying for Alive here. Decides to go to the top left first, and that is not the correct decision. Innovation with an early scout immediately into the main base of Alive gets the better scouting here. And
even Innovation's luck is really good.
And this means that the Marines will be out for Innovation to make sure that Alive cannot get into the main base. They will be sitting at the ramp and just saying like, nope, not today.
Not today. SCB just kind of hanging out as long as he can. Now getting away. Almost sticking around too long. And Alive, is he actually... Okay, no, he's going back to the... No? He's actually going bottom left. That doesn't make any sense.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. With the timing that we saw here for the SCV arriving in this main base, he should have seen that he needs to go to the bottom right now. Wow, he's losing even more time. That is unfortunate.
And actually, by the time he gets there, I don't think he's even going to be able to see the command center because the bunker will be ready.
Alive, or better, Innovation is going for halberd drops.
Yep.
We have already the armory on the production tab. Alive with the double gas now. So far, he didn't mine gas at all. That's why we have the double refinery. Much faster tech here for Innovation.
Ooh, an Innovation. And that starport in a really cool place, making it so it's easier for him to rally. And here comes that SCV scout. Will he actually get in? No. He doesn't even know there's a command center, but of course... He can almost assume that if there's not, there's a medevac going towards his base right now.
Yep. Well, you want to know what's going on, and that's something that just doesn't happen. We have Alive with the earlier engineering bay, though, so he will be able to get into the upgrades. Currently, looking at the game, we have a bit of the lead. Of course, no vault supply for Alive because he decided to not tech as fast as his opponent. This gives him a plus in Marines. And he's using those Marines to get scouting information, putting them into position so that they will be able to spot medivacs later on. One into the middle of the map to take control of the Zalnaga watchtower. And also the faster stim now for Alive. So he's really confident in his abilities to shut down Innovations early on drop.
Yeah. And he's going to go into, for the first time in this series, a Marine tank play with this. Not going into mech at all. Everyone else that we've seen in TVTs has gone mech. And... You know, on Whirlwind, I like this choice. Mech is good on Whirlwind, but Bio, depending on how you use it, can be even better just because there's so much space. There's so many different ways you can split your units and use that stim ability.
Alive has units everywhere, trying to find out what's going to happen, when his opponent is moving out, if there's going to be a drop. Whatever the means of attack by Innovation, he's going to find it. The Marine has been spotted, on the other hand. So now the Hellbats are going to move out, but Alive is starting to make use of those 16 Marines that he has. And the medivacs haven't been spotted, but neither have them... Okay, there are the Marines.
That is really cool, by the way, for Innovation, because he knows now the Marines are out of position. Well,
yeah, Innovation...
There's a few more, but if he drops all 4 here, he could actually fight this.
Yeah, and he's going into the main base instead, trying to drop here. And now, of course, Alive already pulling those SCVs away, and the medivacs are trying to take them down. A lot of those drops doing immediate damage. 5 harvesters killed instantly.
And, you know, this is why I like this opening better for Innovation, the follow-up, I should say. Just simply because Alive's Marines are not as useful on this map to pressure as Hellbats are.
Yeah, 8 Hellbats in the game, 4 medivacs. He can drop everywhere now. Let's see how that's going to work out. Stim is not done just yet. Without Stim, it's going to be so much tougher for him to chase down these medivacs.
Is he actually just going to fight? I think he will.
Looks like it, yeah.
8 versus this many Marines. Let's find out what's going to happen here. Drops right on top of the Marines. I think he has too much.
Yeah, he looks like it. Alive is falling behind in supply. Everything is being toasted here. And it pains me to say, but this
style doesn't work in Heart of the Swarm anymore, Alive. That's what I want to tell him. It just does not work anymore.
This game is over.
It is so over.
A 3-0.
One of the most one-sided series I have ever watched.
Yeah.
Dropping
the mules, telling him, get out of my game. This is over, buddy. I'm sorry, but this is me taking
Alive
victory.
dances his own Marines.
GG, and this is it. 3-0. Very quick and painless series.
Well, if you're not Alive, that is to say.
You know, I think even Alive is not too disappointed here. He probably saw the draw in the groups and was like, well, I don't even think that Alive believed in his chances to take on Innovation.
Well, his play kind of reflected that as well.
It does sound harsh, and I want to emphasize once again that I really love this kid. But Innovation, I mean, what else is there to say? It's Innovation.
He is my pick to win the entire tournament, as well as the pick of many, many fans all over the world.
Well, I was just looking at this like, okay, I get a bad draw in the round of 8. That's what happened, and I think that Alive would be the first player to actually acknowledge he is better than me. In the Terran versus Terran, he is just simply better than me, and he has shown it in the series. I wasn't able to defeat him, and for good reason. Innovation, I mean, congratulations. What everyone expected happened. He's going to the semifinals now to meet MVP.
Yeah, the style that Alive chose in that final game was a good style in Wings of Liberty. Going to just bio with a lot of barracks to control the map. Does not work against Hellbat drops, though. Let's look at today's overall results for anyone who might have tuned in a little bit too late to watch the first match.
Yeah, in the later session, we had in game number 1 MVP with a 3-1 victory over 4GG. And then in the second Terran versus Terran, it was Innovation triumphant over Alive.
Yeah, pretty quick day here. Now here is how our bracket looks. It's going to be Sulky versus SOS and MVP versus Innovation.
So a Terran player is guaranteed to be in the final. We have a TVZ or a TVP coming up, as well as those to the semifinals tomorrow.
MVP versus Innovation is going to be awesome, man. Not to say that Sulky versus SOS is not, but for me, MVP versus Innovation is the one I want to watch the most.
Yeah, I'll definitely check out both of them. Guys, tomorrow the stream will be back. Tomorrow, Nick and Dan are going to cast for you, so Taste Toasters will be casting the semifinals and the final for you guys. And for us, this is it with the WCS Season 1 finals in Korea. So I hope that you enjoyed the matches that we had today. Very quick Terran versus Terrans. Congratulations once again to MVP and to Innovation for advancing. And I guess this is it.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see you guys next time.